Good morning, yogis. If you're one of our Happiness Yoga members, if you'd like to book in online, it'll just let us know that you're joining us today, which is beautiful. It's nice to know who is still coming along virtually to these classes. And if you are new, if you're somebody who's just come into the practice, welcome to Happiness Yoga. We're so grateful just to have the opportunity to practice with you. In these moments, yoga is the greatest gift that we know to offer everyone, to keep us calm, grounded and breathing. We know that in order to be able to offer care to others, we first need to be able to offer that to ourselves. So we take these moments to pause, to nourish the self. What we're doing is create an investment that can ripple forth into the lives of the people around us. So thank you. I'd like to honour you taking the time to come and join us in your practice today, and we'll get started. Now, you won't need any props particularly, but it would be really good if you had them. So you don't need to have specific yoga props. You can use a belt or a towel if it's nice and long. Anything that will just give you the ability to hold on to one of your legs is really great, and it can be a belt that you use for around your waist, and a specific yoga belt. A cushion from your couch is a great idea, just for the head in one or two of the poses, and a blanket as well. It just gives you that little bit of softness, and we can utilise these props to create some of the things that you'd see in a studio as a bolster if you don't have those things at home in your practice. We're going to start in a seat, and so I like to elevate the hips up. It's going to bring a little bit of softness to the knees. So we'll bring the pillow or the blanket, anything for that little bit of softness to the sit bones, and we'll place it behind and come all the way up. Spend a little moment, and just make sure you can find a nice grounded place for the seat. Maybe you want to spend a moment just engaging Mula Bandha. So gentle gathering up, like the seed is lifting. You can think of a jellyfish sitting up. But we're not trying to go for 100%, we're just going to squeeze. It's a gathering, a gentle invitation for the body to grow light. So we feel the heaviness of the seat that holds us onto the earth, feel the stability of the earth beneath us. But we feel the uprising, the ability to come above. You'll see in Happiness Yoga we use the lotus, and the mythology behind the lotus is that it has its roots down in the muck, in that dirtiness at the bottom of the pond. And yet it uses that to nourish and transcend. It arises up and it flowers on top of the water. It is a beautiful thing that is fed from what can be maybe not the prettiest of nutrients. Let's take a few shoulder rolls up and back before we come into our seated start to the practice. As you do that, you'll notice each time the shoulders come down, the diaphragm has a little bit of extra space to breathe in. So nice and loose here, a few little circles out for the neck. Just begin to gently gather the shoulder blades down the back. I'm going to support the spine as we sit up nice and tall, just so there's no rounding to the back. And it's just, again, a gentle motion. So you're not squeezing them down, you're just gathering them. And then a little floating at the sternum, a little drawing in of the ribs. Find the chin parallel to the earth, and you can close down the eyes. And if you'd like to, palms can come forward. Palms can come up. And that universal gesture of giving and receiving. When we offer out, we can also accept back in. The eyes closed, we can bring a greater observation to the quality of the breath. So without trying to control the breath or direct it in any fashion, just spend a moment, notice how you're breathing. Notice the flow of the in-breath, its length and duration. And notice the flow of the out-breath, its cadence and its swell. And to soften your inner ears as you listen for that whispering sound. And we'll spend a few breaths just in silence in the company of our own pattern, our own rhythm of the air drawing in to fill the body and the air moving out to relax the bones. Observe the stillness that begins to creep in at the edges of the mind as you continue to watch the breath. In our practice today, we give our mind this job. Observe the rising of the breath. Observe the softening of the form. And feel the balance between the two. The breath invites the body to be light. The breath also draws us into present moment by anchoring us to earth. Maybe you notice that the breath will naturally elongate as you stop and watch. And just continue to observe its quality and keep its rhythmic flow as we prepare to come into practice this morning. Begin by dropping the hands down, rolling the shoulders onto the back a little more. Maybe just letting right ear gently descend down towards that right shoulder. That left ear and left shoulder grow extra heavy. So you can feel a stretching. And then we'll tuck the chin down. Just keep open to the collarbone, keep the broadness of the chest, and notice the muscles of the back, keeping the spine upright. Draw that navel in, that little gathering Mulabandha. Let the chin fall down and the back of the neck grow long. You might already observe that there's a quality of difference in the right side and the left side of the neck. As you inhale, your puppeteer string crown up, aligns it. As you exhale, left ear gently nods down towards left shoulder. Right shoulder begins to drop as we stretch out the right side of the neck. Breath rises, breath falls. 2 more times. Rise and fall. Last one. Rise and fall. And then the chin will turn down. We'll release. Right shoulder's drawing onto the back. The floating sternum continues to lift the heart up. Feel down, fingertips to earth. And when you're ready, look forward, bring yourself all the way up. Let's begin to rotate the spine. So think of swirling it around. One description I loved, we had it from an instructor that we had called it. She talked about churning butter. So think of those big movements, sort of like you're stirring a cake mix. You want to get all the way into the sides of the bowl here. Beautiful. How that just begins to mix the body together, meld all those different parts, like ingredients. Beautiful. And as we come to center, we'll walk the hands down and we'll draw the hips back, get the tailbone heavy. And you might only come down, maybe you're up on fingertips, maybe come down a little bit. Maybe you can come all the way down. So in a moment, take a deep breath in. As you sigh it out, there's more softness, there's more space. This might be you today. You might be feeling tired. This is an invitation to rest. You can come up a little bit. Take the right hand out. I'm just going to rotate and look underneath the right elbow and come back. It's a gentle movement. Give a rocking, a sliding and gliding, just encouraging the body to loosen. There's nothing tense or tight, there's no forcing, just a moving with the flow of the breath. A little more rocking, rock, 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 all the way back to center. And the other side, the fingertips lift and just rock, look, and return. Rock, look, and return. Rock, look, and return. I think we do 4 on the other side, but do one more, balance everything up. Rock, look, and return. And come up on those cat paws and pad yourself back in. Pad, pad, pad. So swing the hands around. Maybe take the fingers out wide so there's no tension into the wrist. You're just going to push the hips forward. So it might be a little drawing forward. I want to lift your navel up. Maybe you're lifting the chin all the way up and you're just embracing that lift of the back bend. Now, if you're not a back bender, this might feel like not a particularly comfortable motion. Can you just be with it for a breath or 2? And then let the body soften and settle down. Before we come to the other side, let's take the legs down. We don't need to go into a full cheerleader stance here if that's not for you today. I'm just going to walk the body from side to side, just allowing a little swaying before we come to the second side. So walk out towards the left and walk out towards the right. Just let the hands begin to cross over. Really nice for the brain just to swap over. The right hand comes in front the first time, with the left hand in front the other time. So you're getting that little movement. It's going to massage into the hip joints. A few more times. I'm not trying to go down to a deepest fold. We're just getting the spine to move in that saddle of the hips. And then we'll drift it back to center. A few little cat-cows here. So as you inhale, lift up the heart, lift the chin. As you exhale, round and curl. Press the heels and the spine away. As you inhale, there's a little bit of extra softness, a little bit of extra fold. As you exhale, we'll round, we'll scoop the belly and press back to the seat. One more time, inhale, look forward, invite the heart to melt. And exhale, round and curl, press the earth away. And then we'll return to center, we'll walk the hands in. And bring the left leg in front of the right. So just cross it over on top. Alright, now we'll take a little twist. Take the hands down. As we inhale, we'll climb the hands all the way up. As we exhale, we're going to bring them down to summersiddhi. And those equal points of the body. Open the elbows out wide, lift the heart to meet the thumbs. We're going to move slowly through the ribs. So again, it's just a gentle movement. Notice the navel initiating the twist over towards the left. Come back to center and then over towards the right. Just like those little rotations and lifts through the spine forward gentle. Same thing here. We're just swiveling the body. Make sure you keep anchored through the seat though. So we're just bringing that awareness and working those obliques. 2 more times. Just notice. And by keeping the chin parallel to the earth and keeping it balanced like a watermelon on a toothpick, I like to think, of the neck. You're going to make sure that the neck's not doing the work. Just feel that warming up the side body. Again, there's no need to push or go too fast. We'll slowly release it out. Now the hands can begin to walk forward and the seat can reach down. You might want to come down to elbows, and this side might be different because our hips are often not exactly the same. Let the chin tuck in. You can extend the body out. Just let the body do what it's naturally inclined to do. Give it a few moments. If we fight the body, it will create resistance. If we allow the body, it might accept and take space. Allow it to open up without trying to jam into those little places in our body that might be sore or tight. Sometimes softness is the hardest strength. It's so easy to want to force. It's forcing is quick and urgent. This is slow and subtle. It allows the breath to stay present as we walk the hands back in. And we'll bring the hands around and we're going to press those hips forward again. So maybe hands out, maybe put the fingertips in so you can bend the elbows a little bit more and rise up to that chest. And then press your hips forward. Think of rising up. You're going to need to keep working like those jeans that you tie and you're squeezing the belly in. 3, lift that chest. 2, you can feel straight away the breath just quicken a little as we find the energizing nature of all back bends. Come all the way back to center. Beautiful work. Let's swing it around. So we'll come onto hands and knees and we'll set up for cat-cow. You can move that. And on all fours, let's just round the spine, curl. And inhale, let the belly drop and the shoulders draw away. Exhale, round and curl. And inhale, belly drops, shoulders glide down the back. Open up the seat. 2 more times, round and curl. Let the breath flow through the body. Inhale, belly drops, heart forward. Exhale, round and curl. And inhale, back to center. Let's work with the shoulders. We'll do this 3 times here. We're going to flow first. Inhale, left hand comes up. As we exhale, we're going to sweep. We're going to stay down there. We're going to sweep it under, bend the elbow. We're going to use the obliques and lift straight back up. So inhale, press the right hand down, lift the left hand up. As you exhale, twist and turn, roll towards the earth. Big breath in, find that rotation, that opening twist. Exhale, drop it down. Swing the hand forward. Each time is a little bit more extension. One more time. So the inhale, we rise up. The exhale, this one's going to stick. So as we come down, you can know that the bones are going to melt here. You can have a little bit more time. You can bring the left hand to the floor and the right hand will help you push over towards that left shoulder blade. Now you can relax the face and draw the breath in. And if it's right for you, left hand can lift up. Or maybe you want that right hand to remain there as purchase. Sorry, that's the right hand that's lifting up. Roll the shoulder onto the back. And relax down through the face. Let the breath walk down the spine as you inhale. Let it rise up through the belly as you exhale. Watch its rhythmic flow as you invite the tension in your left shoulder to drop into the earth. Keep breathing. In, breathing out. 2 more times, keep opening through the shoulder, breathing in, breathing out. Last one, breathing in, and breathing out. Beautiful. Right hand comes back down. We'll gently press up and away. You might want to take a few little circles through that shoulder. Really nice for that shoulder joint. Get a little massage. You can stay where you are and flip around just so you can keep seeing me as we come into the second side of our practice. Left hand comes down to the floor. Spread the fingers behind your sun hand. Gently brace into the core. As we inhale, we'll rotate and lift the right hand up towards the sky. As we exhale, we'll invite softness into left elbow. We're going to thread the hand through, but we're not going to stand. We're just going to roll, and then we're going to lift. Inhale, we're going to work the breath into the right lung. Exhale, we're going to roll and soften and drop to the floor. Let yourself draw down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, let's release. One more time. Inhale to keys. Open it up. Exhale. Get heavy. Let all the bones drop to the floor. Bring your right ear down. Left hand is there to help press. You can really anchor down to your left knee. Move that weight towards, right knee. Move that weight towards right hip. And that might be it for you today. You have the option to bring the left hand up, place it onto the back, and open up through the shoulders. Navel in. If you had a big week, I invite you just to begin to rest down and let go. Think of the earth gently absorbing any of the troubles that have unseated the mind from that place of peace. Just let the earth reach up and take them from that mantle of your shoulders. Deep breath in, long breath out. One more exchange of breath. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Little softness. And bring the left hand back down to the floor. As we inhale, we'll lift up. Maybe shake the hand out, bring the hand up, and just slowly move the shoulders around. Beautiful. From here, hands come out, we'll draw the knees together. You might want to take the knees wide. If you need a little bit of softness, you can grab that pillow. It makes a really good bridge between the hips and the heels. If coming down is hard, if it's difficult to find that space there. Or you can bring it underneath your belly, so your back has a nice little extra support. We'll come all the way down to the floor. Feel that lengthening out of the muscles of the back. Another option is to have the knees together. It's going to make a nice little pillow, really allow that curling and release. Maybe even the hands out to a little crocodile pose. If it's okay for your neck, I'm just going to open up those shoulders a little. And then move the breath into the back ribs. Maybe that's too far away. The pillow becomes a nice little prop. More and more, invite you to bring these little objects from around your house that can enhance your practice. The props just give us a little bit of extension or a little bit of height sometimes. Sometimes they make our arms longer or they bring the earth to us. They also bring a little bit of softness in when we use those textures from fabrics, the softness from pillows. It's always nice to have a little bit of luxury in your life, particularly these simple ones. You can just enjoy and appreciate. 2 more breaths of the floating of the ribs, let the body lift. And the softness of the belly, let the body fall. Beautiful. When you're ready, we'll come all the way up. We're going to take Anahantasana. So it's like downward facing dog. But particularly as we're all probably feeling a bit tired at the moment, it's a much gentler version. You're going to keep your knees above your hips. You're going to walk your hands out. We're going to begin to drop the chest down. So you've got that little inverted shape. You've got the head lower than the heart. You can come up on the fingertips if you want a little bit more. And then we're going to draw the shoulder blades down the back. Think of opening the seat, but drawing the navel in. Beautiful. We're going to breathe here. Once you're ready to release those hands, we'll let the elbows get heavy. Woo. Maybe you want to move between the two. Feel the pulsation of the breath and the rising of the hands. Let them off the floor. And relax them out. Let them off the floor. And relax them out. Beautiful. Then everything simply gets heavy. You can allow the earth to hold you. You can work the breath down lower into the abdomen. Feel how increasing the duration of each breath, particularly the smooth and soft release of the exhale, brings a real quality of peace to the body. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly lift up. So walk those hands in. We're going to come into Anjali Asana. So if you've got any problems with your knees, you can grab that pillow. The pillow might be a little bit unstable. You can grab a hold of your blanket and pop it underneath your right knee as we step our left leg forward. It's going to give you a little bit of softness. And then we'll use the hand and press up. Sorry that you can't see my head. That's okay. You'll see it soon. Move the left hip forward. Maybe let the hands come up. I want you to think of moving with breath. So as you inhale, the hands come up. Imagine you're opening curtains. As you exhale, open the curtains and see the glorious day. Hands can sweep to the floor. There's a little bit of movement for the chest. Inhale, reach up to the top of the curtains. Exhale, open them up as you move into the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, reach forward. Open the curtains. Beautiful new day. And sweep the hands down. Inhale up to the top of the curtains. And exhale, beautiful new day. We'll draw the right hand down. Shoulders. Option to lift your right knee up, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Anchor down to that left heel. As we inhale, we'll lift the left hand up. I'm going to try and take the navel and hug it above the belly. And now you can notice that my hips are moving back. I want to keep that groundedness through my left shin. Move it forward. 3, 2, 1. And then we'll bring the hand all the way down. Drop the knee and pull the hips back. This might be it for you today. So thinking of lengthening the hips behind with the chin out. As you exhale, belly meets the thighs, maybe toes lift up and we anchor back. And work the breath into the body. As we exhale, we invite the body to soften. 3. You go a little lower. 2. The hip pulls back. We'll look forward to elongate that spine. 1. And then the hands come in to support the body, and we'll step it all the way back. So a few little cat-cows here. Don't worry, we'll come into some back bends. We're going to use our pigeon pose today for back bends rather than our cobra. Beautiful. Just going to pop the blanket around and turn around. You can take that blanket underneath your left knee. I just want to stay in the camera. You can stay where you are. And you can set up for second side by stepping that right foot forward and just making sure that your right knee is not coming over your right ankle. If it is, caterpillar those toes forward. Might want to use the hands to help you press up. We've got the legs track distance apart from the line of the hips. And then we're going to melt the left thigh bone down and engage the core and draw the glutes into wakefulness this morning. In a moment, the hands are going to slide up those invisible curtains. We're going to greet the day. As we exhale, we're going to let the chest open, let the heart lift. And then we'll trail the fingers down to the floor. Think of climbing up and holding onto the top of the curtains. As you exhale, heart shines forward, maybe smile on the face. Work with breath. Inhale, rising sensation in the body as the energy lifts and the hands come up. And exhale, shoulders sliding there, down the back. One more time. Inhale, lift. Beautiful work. And exhale, open. Hands find the floor. Let's find that little easy twist pose. Left hand underneath, left shoulder. Right hand comes up. Maybe you want to tuck right toes and lift the right knee from the floor. And then we'll rotate and let the heart float towards the right thumb. Look up as long as it's not too much for your neck. Keep your left knee down if this isn't the choice for you today. Let the breath flow into the heart space. Let it climb up the right hand. And let that reaching forward of the crown. Keep the neck from being in any strange split shapes. When you're ready, hand can come all the way to the floor. We'll ground it down, we'll draw the knee down, and then we'll begin to slide the hips back. So you might want to reposition your hands and reposition your head. Scrap across those shoulders. It's really good as we talk more in days about setting up a home yoga space, but having a mirror. Just so you've got that little bit of feedback. And I don't And don't worry, soon we'll be back practicing together. Lift the fingertips up, lift the heart. As you exhale, let the breath draw you down into the stretch. And we just watch the flow of the breath. We're going to observe what happens in the body. We're not going to force the body in. If we go straight away to our maximum, there's nowhere left to go. Instead, we're going to go to about 70%. And we'll let the body, when it's ready, lower the rest of the way down. You can have that bend in the knee, particularly if there's any restrictions in the hamstring. Breath in. Maybe the breath throws you a little bit deeper. Breath out. For 3, then we come forward to the spine. I notice myself wanting to round there. 2. And 1. Hands to the floor. Step it back. And we'll move to those cat-cows, rippling and rounding to the spine. Bring on both the knees on the blanket now. We'll reposition those so the knees are underneath the hips. It's just going to stop any pain building up through my kneecaps, particularly if you're on a wooden floor at home. Come all the way back to centre. And extend the left leg out, engage to the core. Maybe you want to spend a moment in sunbird just to work the core. Press out to the heel, lift the belly up. Put the right hand down, take the left leg all the way over to the right. As we look over the right shoulder, there's that opening and that lengthening into the space between each of the ribs, And just cupping the left lung. Drop the right shoulder down, the gaze be soft, press out through that heel. Maybe draw the way back so you get a little stretch into the calf. Spread your toes on your left foot. And work the breath into the side. Maybe we can come in. 3, 2, 1. We'll come all the way back to center, lift it up. Maybe for a moment just draw the knee to the nose, that lovely curl and round as you don't the shoulders push the floor away. And then land the knee back down and we'll take second side. So set up for that tabletop. I'm a little bit unbalanced because I've got a blanket under my knees. Take the right leg back. As you inhale, come up. Press out to the right heel. Maybe lift the left hand up. Let's spend a moment just bringing the drishti or the focus into when we rest the eyes and we rest the mind to a single point of focus, we feel more balanced and more grounded. Reach everything out. And then the hand will come down. Let's bring that right leg around. I can notice what happens to my side body. Press the toes into the floor and press out through the heels, so there's a lengthening in the calf. As the chin comes over towards the left shoulder, there's that opening and that lengthening in the right side waist. Continue to flow the breath into the right side of the body. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. One more time. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Come all the way back to center. And from here, let's draw the knees for nose. Lift the leg up, curl and round to the spine. It's lovely to squeeze everything out. Really keep that heel toward your bottom. Work the core. And then you can draw the knee down. And you can soften back into that little child's pose. And just take a moment to relax. Maybe bring the hands back to embryo pose. Maybe the wrists are looking for a little release. You can just roll them out. You can bring them onto the back and just soften them that way. And a few slow breaths here. One direction and then the other. Beautiful. Hands can come down. We're going to set up for pigeon pose. You might want to have that pillow. You might want to have your blanket, because a lot of us find that there's that difficulty grounding the hip when we come into abduction. So we're going to take all fours again. This time we're going to draw the right leg forward, open the foot out to the side, and swing the left leg back, nice and long. Now, you might notice that you're rolling over here and you need to open your left knee out to the side. If you're feeling any tension, you can just take that prop and bring it underneath that right hip, because we want to walk the hands in. Now, that's not going to be for everybody. Maybe your elbows are down here and this is enough of a back bend. Just bringing a little bit of compression into the low back and lifting up. I want you to avoid those jamming into the sacrum. So if you're lifting up, even if you can go to a really upright spine, I want you to notice if it feels like the vertebrae are becoming too tight. Work with that subtle sensitivity and the process of ahimsa, which is non-violence. Our practice is one that we do for a lifetime. We have to do it in a way that is sustainable. It doesn't press the body into places it's not ready to go yet. It press the body into places that over time will cause an injury. So work with the body in a way that is nourishing. You'll feel that kindness. There's an intuitive wisdom to the body that will guide you to a place that you would like to be. And let the chest float up. So think of the pigeon proudly puffing its chest forward. It's got its head lifted. And it's just showing that it's hot stuff. Beautiful, that pigeon pose. When you're ready, let the hands walk down and drop towards the floor. So this might be the option for you today. Maybe you're bringing those elbows in and just resting the head down, bringing the hands back. You're going to find a variation that works with your body. Just lengthening out, creating space in the spine. Keep the right hip grounded down and keep a presence of awareness in the inner tip of the left leg, and particularly that left knee. It's really grounding to the floor. When you're ready, hands will come down. We'll gently press and peel the body from the earth. Travel slow as we draw the back leg in. Hop it in, hop, hop, hop. And then we'll take the second side. So you can bring your knees back and give your legs a little windscreen wiper out. I'm just going to flip over to the other side so I can remain in the camera. We start on all fours. We have the prop there to support the left hip in case it's necessary. We draw the left knee forward. And we're we're going to turn the heel so it's aligning with the right hip bone. Hop that right, turn it out to the side if you need to, and grab a hold of any little prop that you need, and just use it to sit through that left hip. We're going to come up, then we're going to maybe come down a little bit, because if we go to 100%, there's nowhere for the body to transition to throughout our breath and our practice. And maybe it becomes available. The body is a little bit more friendly to me as I lift up. I'm not forcing the body. I'm extending out the opportunity to rise. And let the chin be lifted. Draw the heart forward. Think of that pigeon. Come fluff your feathers. Lift up. Teacher, I used to teach me to fluff my feathers like a pigeon. I still love that. Such a joyous expression, just working with that nature and those fun little things that animals and the rhythm and cycles of nature can teach us. A few more breaths. Let the shoulder blades glide down the back and let the diaphragm be free by softening the shoulders. And as you exhale, we're inviting the body to drop to the earth. And again, you're going to work with your body, how far you go. It's going to work on maybe the tension in your hips or the length of the muscles parallel to your spine. You're going to go to somewhere that feels available and kind for your body. Maybe elbows come all the way down and the hands meet. And we're going to melt the heart to the floor. Going to work with the exchange of the breath to calm the body. And we're going to let the heart be soft and free. Invite the breath to link in here as you feel it slow, as you feel it soften. There's a little bit more ease and rest in each breath. And you're ready. Hands will drop down. We'll slowly begin to walk the body back up. You can move away that pillow and take the legs out in front. From here you might want to windscreen wipe those knees, and that moves it into a little bit of inward rotation. It's a nice little balancing. Maybe lift the heart up, a little bit of back bend. Grab a hold of your strap if you have one. We're going to come all the way down to the floor. If you'd like to grab a quick little drink to wet your throat before we come to the floor, because you're going to be coming back up again. It's always nice, because sometimes there could be that little bit of pressure on the throat when we're down on the floor. Try not to check in the drink. Come all the way down to the earth. And we'll set up like we're going to a bridge pose, but we're not going there today. Just getting the knees in line and the spine parallel. We're going to let ourselves fall all the way over to the left. And reposition ourselves so we're on that left hip and getting the knees in line with the hips. Beautiful. This is where the strap is handy. We're going to swing that left knee back a little bit. So you might need to bring the right leg forward. You're going to swing the left knee back. Grab a hold of the strap and lasso that left ankle. Over the back, and then taking the strap into the right hand, you can pull that left knee back as you bring that right knee forward. The top leg forward. Take your chin over towards your right shoulder and open up your left hand in that gentle twist. And that might be the practice for you today as you work with breath and release out the spine. Maybe you're extending the leg out, and that's an option too. Just gather the navel back in towards the backbone line, just so we're keeping a little bit of support for the lower region of the back. And we'll we're working with the breath, so feeling the lungs expand as the navel reaches towards that right lung. As we exhale, we're feeling the softening of the belly. Let's create a little ripple of softening through all of the muscles. We're not working hard here. We're preparing the body for what will be Shavasana, the final rest. But before we do that, we're resetting, particularly after working through hamstrings and hips, that low back, which so often carries tension. Release out shoulders, work through the spine, and work to nourish the legs today in our practice. And finally, we hit the reset button, not just for the central nervous system, but also for our sympathetic nervous system. We're moving into that rest and digest, the parasympathetic nervous system now, as we ease tension out that might be present in the column of the spine. If you've got that top leg bent, draw it in, hop the left knee back in line, release the strap, bring the legs back in place. Maybe come into a little fetal position, hand comes up, and just take a moment of rest. There is no rush before we come into the second side. Give yourself a few moments just to process what's happening in the body. And then, like pancake, just going to flip yourself over. I'm going to flip over this time, just so my head's facing the camera. You can see what's happening to the back body now. We're going to reposition the body, get the knees in alignment with the hips. And then that left leg, or top leg stays where it is. We hop that right leg back, take a hold of the strap, and lasso the foot. Now, we can use that to peel the knee to the center of the mat, and then open up. Any way that feels comfortable. Feel that shoulder, so you can have the hand up high if that works for your body, or you can have the hand down low if that's better for your shoulder. We don't want any tingling through the arm. But tingling through the arm could be a compression of the nerve. We'll take the left leg out, and then we'll roll open to the barrel of the chest. Let the eyes close, and we'll let the body sink. Top knee is bent, and top leg is straight. Sometimes the hardest thing is not going for the more advanced pose. There is no more advanced pose. They're simply different. And the skill is in knowing the one that's right for you. That's the advanced practice of yoga, the ahimsa, one of the observances of yoga where we practice kindness, we avoid any violence. This is a time for nourishment. So if you're pressing your body to a place where you feel that inner resistance, let yourself come back. So much of our life we have to effort. So much in our life there are moments that aren't our favourite. So can you make this be a place of joy by positioning your body in a way that feels good? And sink into that feeling of joy and bliss. Enjoy the opportunity to be yourself in a way that brings kindness and ease. Keep breathing here, slow breath in, and slow breath out, feeling the movement of the breath in the belly. And the calming sigh of each exhalation that's inviting the body to grow soft. Knowing that soon we're going to be in that Shavasana. Always that. Ready? We'll travel out and release the strap. It's pretty easy on the neck. Might want to roll the head over first. Pop it all out of the way. And come into that little tucked in fetal position on the floor for a moment. Just a moment of recovery. And if you do have the bolster, or a book, or a pillow, or something to go underneath the knees, that can be nice. So if you've got your blanket at home, you might want to roll that up and just make a little shape for underneath the knees. It's really releasing to the back. So grab a hold. It wouldn't come off again. Grab a hold of that blanket. Yep. I wasn't going to give any points from my little closet. Roll it up. So as long as you've got a shape, it's going to be like a nice fat sausage underneath your knees. If you want to bring a pillow for the head or just to elevate that shape, it can be really nice. These little moments of luxury. Take those feet out nice and wide so the hips can sink and reposition so those muscles can let go. So often they've been holding tension for us from the positions we've placed the body in during the week or from the stress of simple daily life. Now we invite them to go heavy. We allow the bottom to reach down and feel the earth. We allow the bones to remember that once they were made of earth. Close the eyes and come back to breath and the observance of the flow in and the flow out. Now as we come into this time of rest, if you notice thoughts coming into the mind, I want you to think of them as helium balloons. And your awareness, your consciousness like the sky. You can watch them, just let them go, see them rise, and then see them travel out of view without the need to grasp or hold to any of them. Just balloons rising, pretty colours and distractions. After a time, when you're ready, you can simply look beyond the balloons and see that blue, vast sky above. This is what we call our wide open awareness. And this is where we want to rest in our final part of the practice, in our Shavasana. As the breath and the mind become expansive and gentle, and let go. I will stay with you. Just give yourself the opportunity to rest. It always feels like far too brief a time. So if it is your choice today, you can simply switch off the feed now and just continue to relax here and take this opportunity to be heavy in your body and to continue the opportunity to rest. And if you have things that are calling you that need to be done and you can't ignore them, then we'll begin to wake the body up with some wiggles in the fingers and toes and some shakes. Feel the ankles and the wrists. Feel that movement, just wobble the body around and shake it loose. When you're ready, the feet will walk in. And I'll draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze and a rock. Conclude our class here today with you still on the earth, to let you know that there is no rush to come up. In 10 minutes we'll be starting our deep stretch class, so if you'll be joining us for that via live stream, you'll need something for underneath your knee, and of course, you will need the wall. So you're welcome to join us and spend 45 minutes releasing tension from your body. You're welcome to drop back down into Shavasana and continue the process of getting soft. Take a little rest.
have a fabulous rest of your day from us here at Happiness Yoga. Keep practicing, keep safe and well, and we'll see you soon. Namaste, everyone.